students, today we will study about gravitational field and intensity of gravitational field. First of all, gravitational field, the space surrounding by a material, the space surrounding a material body within which its gravitational force of attraction can be experienced is called gravitational field. So this was your gravitational field, the space surrounding a material body within which its gravitational force of attraction can be experienced, that is its gravitational field. Another term, that is intensity of gravitational field. Actually, intensity of gravitational field is denoted by capital E. It is a vector quantity, so I have mentioned it as E, and it is a vector quantity, so vector E. The gravitational field intensity at a point is the gravitational field due to a given mass is defined as, from this point, the force experienced by a unit mass placed at that point, provided the presence of unit mass do not disturb the original gravitational field. You may remember from this point also, gravitational field, intensity of gravitational field. The gravitational field intensity at any point is the gravitational field due to a given mass is defined as the force experienced by a unit mass placed at that point, provided the presence of its mass does not disturb the original gravitational field, that is your intensity of gravitational field. Now, this third term is intensity of gravitational field due to a body. Suppose this is the Earth having mass m and O be its center. There is a point, that point is P having mass smaller, and this is the force. The distance of this particular point having mass m from the center of the Earth, that is your R. So we can write, if m is the mass of the body, mass of the Earth, and O be its, you will write if m be the mass of the Earth, and O be its center, O be the center, then the gravitational field can be written as gravitational field F, gravitational field E, that can be written as F by mx. It is the force experienced by the unit mass placed at that point, provided the presence of unit mass do not disturb the original gravitational field. By this, we all are familiar about it. The force of attraction between Earth and the body, according to Newton's law of gravitation, we can write this F is equal to Gmm by the distance from the center of the earth to this particular point, that distance is r. So it will be gmm by r square. This is the value of the force experienced according to Newton's law of gravitation. This whole divided by m. So you can write this repeat. And again, this m will cancel, and finally we can write it as gm by r square. From this result, we can give two conclusions. As the distance increases, what will happen? If the distance increases, then the value of intensity due to intensity of gravitational field, that will decrease. Case first, we can observe if this distance, point mass, if the value of r increases, what will happen? If it will increase, the value of E will decrease. So we can say if r increases, E will decrease. E will decrease. And if this distance be increased up to infinity, so the value of r can be taken as infinite, then the second conclusion, when r is equal to how much? Infinity. The point be situated at infinity, then in this very case, the value of E means intensity of gravitational field, that will be 0. Something divided by infinity, this will, then this will be 0. Now the two more points you should know about unit, SI unit and CGS unit of gravitational field intensity or intensity of gravitational field. First of all, regarding its unit, we can write SI unit. SI unit of E means intensity of gravitational field. According to definition, it is the force experienced due to unit mass. So this is equal to F by m, the SI unit of force, that is Newton, and mass is kg. So its SI unit will be Newton per kg. CGS unit. What will be the CGS unit of it? Force applied per unit mass. In CGS, force is expressed in dyne. So we can write dyne per gram. Dyne per gram, that is the CGS unit of intensity of gravitational field. And last video regarding its dimension. Dimension of E. What should be its dimension? It is the force experienced per unit mass. So what is the dimension of force? Force ml square ml t minus 2. Is it? Per unit mass So it will be this. It can be expressed dimension of E, force per unit mass. This one. Now we will study about gravitational potential energy. Next video, gravitational potential energy, and we will study about, first of all, definition of gravitational potential energy. Gravitational potential energy. This is your gravitational potential energy. Gravitational potential energy. First of all, we will define it. Then after, we will obtain an expression for gravitational potential. The gravitational potential energy. Actually, it is denoted by capital U. The energy associated with it due to its position in the gravitational field of another body. You can also write, and is measured by, actual definition, the amount of work done in bringing a body from infinity to a given point in the gravitational field of the earth. It can be defined in two ways. First, that is the energy associated with it due to its position in the gravitational field of another body, and it is measured by the amount of work done, the total amount of work done in bringing a body from infinity to a particular point, means to a given point in the gravitational field of the object. That is the definition. Actually, the question, this is the question. Derive an expression in exam. The state question is, derive an expression for the gravitational potential energy of a body of mass m located at a distance r from the center of the earth. Actually, this is the question, and to establish a formula for gravitational potential energy, we will draw a diagram, and through the diagram it will be very, very clear to all of you. Watch the diagram. It is this is the body. Consider that Earth is considered to be a spherical body having mass capital M. If I will write capital M, it will indicate the mass of the Earth, and this is the center of the Earth, so it is expressed by letter O. Okay. This is the radius of the Earth, so it can be written as capital R. This capital R is the radius. Here is the point P. This is point P, and it is situated at a distance R from the center of the Earth. On this very line, we will consider, suppose a point A here. Here is point A, and this is point B. Very close to A, that point is B. And this AB, this is the a small distance between AB, which is denoted by dx. Dx means the point A is situated at a distance x from the center of the earth. This is the point P, a body having mass m that is located here, and it has been extended up to infinity. According to definition, we have seen the total work done in bringing the unit mass from infinity to a particular point. In this figure, it is your duty to write. Consider Earth to be a spherical body having mass m and r be the radius of the Earth. In this diagram, we all are watching this small r is greater than capital R. What you have to write? Only you have to describe first regarding the diagram. Consider m be the mass of the Earth, m be the mass of the Earth, O be the center of the Earth. You will write O be the center of whom? Center of the Earth. And it is very clear R, that is radius of the Earth. These three items is visible to all of you: mass, center of the Earth, and radius of the Earth. Just we have considered a particular point P, so we can write OP. This OP is equal to how much? R and OA. Watch the diagram. A is a point situated at a distance x from the center of the Earth. So first of all, it is your duty to calculate the force of attraction at point A. At any instant, the body is situated at point A. You will write at any instant, the body be at point A. Then what will be the force? We can calculate force at A. You should apply the formula of Newton's law of gravitation. What will be the value of force at that point? We have seen force is equal to Gmn by Fx square. Is it clear? This universal gravitational constant, mass of the Earth, and m, that is the mass of the body, and for a certain instant the body is at A. So this is the value of force at A. If the body be taken at B, the body be taken at B, the small distance moved by the body, we can write here a small distance moved by the body, that is AB is equal to dx. If the same body be taken at B, the body moved from A to B, so the value of a small work done in bringing the body from A to B, from A to B. A small work done, it can be written as dw. A small distance we have considered as dx, so the small work done can be written as dw. So what was the formula in standard 9? Work done is equal to force into displacement. So we can write it force into displacement. This one. And it is your duty. Force into displacement. The value of force is already given. This is Gmm by x square multiplied by dx. So just we have calculated the small work there. Hence total work done in moving the body, total work done in moving the body from infinity to P. Infinity to a particular point P. Okay? Infinity to particular point P. Therefore, integration of dw, it will indicate the value of total work done, and it can be written as the value is already given Gmm by x square multiplied by dx. So what should be the range of limit from infinity to R? Infinity to R. This will be the value of total work done. Now it can be solved. This will be W, and it can be written as integration of Gmm by x square whole into dx from infinity to a particular point P, and that distance of P from O, that is your R. Can I write in this way? Gmm will be taken outside the integration. This will be 1 by x square, so it can be written as x to the power minus 2 into dx from infinity to R. I am expecting there should be no confusion in it. You have studied in very beginning regarding definite integral 1 by x square. So what is the basic formula of integration? We are familiar, x to the power n into dx. This is equal to x to the power n plus 1 by n plus 1. Just you will apply this formula here. So this is your Gm. The log of n is minus 2. So it will be x to the power minus 2 plus 1 by minus 2 plus 1. And from infinity to r. And finally x to the power minus 1. And this is your minus 1. So it will be Gmn. Can I write 1 by minus 1 by x from infinity to r. Is it clear? If this will be taken here, it will be Gmn. We can use this negative sign here. It will be minus Gmn, and this one, now this will be only 1 by x from infinity to r, and we can write it as, what is the upper limit? R, 1 by r minus 1 by infinity. Okay. So finally 1 by infinity, that will be 0. So it will be minus Gmn by r. This is the value of total work done. Just we have studied in the definition the total work done in bringing the unit mass from infinity to a particular point, that is by gravitational potential energy. So finally we will write according to definition. According to definition, this total work done must be equal to gravitational potential energy. So U is equal to minus times Gmn by r. This is the final value of gravitational potential energy. Okay. Next term is gravitational potential. Actually, gravitational potential is denoted by E. We have studied in 10th about electric potential. That was also denoted by E. The definition of gravitational potential. The gravitational potential at a point in the gravitational field of the body is defined as, there is no need to write up to this in the exam. Only you will write the amount of work done in bringing a body of unit mass from infinity to that particular point. That is the actual definition. In very short form, the amount of work done in bringing a body of unit mass from infinity to that point. So we can write gravitational potential is equal to work done by mass. In bringing the unit mass means divided by mass, and gravitational potential is denoted by V, and work done W, and mass M. Since now we will write two items. One, SI unit. SI unit of V means gravitational potential. Work done. Joule per kg. This is your joule per kg. What should be its CGS unit? In CGS it is erg per gram. Erg per gram. So we are free from these two units of gravitational potential. How would we calculate the value of gravitational potential? This work is completed. Now we can write, you all have to write, since the total work done in bringing the body from infinity to a particular point, just we have calculated, that was equal to minus gmm by r. So the total work done W is equal to, what was the answer? Minus gmm by r. This was the answer. And the need of the question is determination of gravitational potential, and according to definition it is W by m. Total work done per unit mass, and the value of this is minus gmm by r, and it should be divided by m. You can also write in this way, so that this small will cancel, and finally the value of gravitational potential will be minus gm by r. This is the value of gravitational potential. That's okay. Thank you very much.